Hi guys, this video is presented by Ibrahim Oladejo and it's all about the ideology of MMM. As it is, we are presently living in a world where the righteous experience hardship while the wicked enjoys riches and they live a flamboyant life. We live in a world where the poor works a mile to get food while the rich works a mile to digest the food in which they have eaten. A world where lazy students grade have the best grade in school, while on the other hand the brilliant and hardworking folks find it very difficult to have a good grade, all because of money, bribery and corruption. Money rules are money rules are day-to-day activities. This is the world of money. It is not for the people but for the people who produce the money. It is for the government, for the bankers who print the money. We live in a world where scam is a watchword. The bankers work less and earn better. It is obvious not it is obviously not the case of the common people, ordinary people. They work very hard and yet they pay them less. Presently my state workers are now receiving half salary. That's sad. The question I keep asking myself is, are the government or bankers, are they working really hard too for them to deserve such huge payment? Obviously no. You keep your money with them, yet they give you attitude when you want to get back your money from them. They address you anyhow as if they are the owner of the money. Everyone got used to it with the system. Let's ask ourselves, is money a measure of labor? Why is the world unjust? If money is truly a measure of labor, then our leaders, all the bankers, have really worked their life out. They've worked a lot, but that is not the case. Money is not a measure of labor, and obviously people are not equal. They have succeeded in keeping us in the dark. All is nothing but big lies. We are not equal in all ways. We drive different cars, some even don't have one. We eat different food, they live in mansions, and ordinary people hardly find a place to rest their muscles. All these are the signs and evidence that we are not equal and money is not a measure of labor. Neither do we have equal rights. Now, let's define what money truly is. Money is just a tool to hold all of us in slavery. We are all slaves, slaves of money. More precisely, we are slaves of those who print the money. They are masters, our boss. None of us is free. Freedom is just an illusion. Are, are we something without money? No, we are not. Everything is all about money. Your going in and out is money. This is money, that is money. The whole financial world is a pyramid, and pyramid who meets at the top. And who is at the top of the pyramid? It's the Fed, the US Federal Reserve System. The Fed creates dollars. They create it as much as they want, but they choose not to produce lots of it in order to prevent complete devaluation of the currency. The lower levels of this global pyramid are the central banks of different countries. Central banks of different countries. How do banks deceive people? Let's consider these three people. Let's consider John, James, and Tola. John and James do keep their money with Tola, who is a banker. It happens that John needs to buy himself a car from James at the rate of $100, but John has only $20, so he gives it to James, remaining $80. John have no other option than to run to his banker, who is Tola, to borrow him the remaining $80. But unfortunately for him, Tola has no money on ground. Knowing fully the transaction that has been made between John and James, and is sure that James will come to deposit the $20 given to him by John. So he promised uh, he promised John to come back for the money probably the following day, and James did. He came to deposit the money, which is $20 given to him by John. When John arrives, he gave him the $20 as a loan, and John gives the money to James, making $40 given to James for the purchase of the car. James do the same thing he did previously. He deposited the money again to Mr. Tola, who is the banker, borrowed John the money, so the process repeats itself till John finally buy his dream car. Now, John is in debt of $80, while the bank has a liability of $100 deposited by James. Now, $200 has been generated from nowhere. $180 plus the real $20, isn't it? Now the question is, how did Tola, who is a banker, makes his profit, since he now has an asset of $80 which he borrowed John, and he has a liability of $100. He has a liability of $400. The point now is, Tola didn't have only one depositor. He doesn't have only one James. He has so many James. And they can't come for their money at the same time. So if James comes for his $100, he will give it to him conveniently. He will pay him with someone else's deposit. So it becomes a cycle. And again, Tola makes profit from the interest on the money he borrowed John. And if he is unable to pay up the debt, he will become a slave to the bank. Imagine the kind of financial system this is. The bank has nothing from the start. Tola has nothing from the start. Tola, who is the banker, he has nothing. But now he has a lot. He has a lot of money. The modern banks do not have any interest in the society, but in their own goals. They have interest in their own goals. People's aren't important to them. Modern banks are loyal servants of the Fed, misusing the products of labor of common people, and it will get worse if nothing changes. The present financial system must be destroyed and will be destroyed. A fair and honest financial system will be built. We choose freedom. Now, how MMM works. MMM is a community of people selflessly helping themselves with their spare money. People provide help willingly to those that need it, and they get their capital plus 30% monthly growth. It's not an investment, not a business. It's a financial system with the aim of bridging the gap between the rich and the poor, those that are financially wounded by the present unjust financial system. The mechanism is the same with that of bank. The input of money into the system must be equal or higher than the output. If not, the system will collapse. Which means that, I repeat, the inflow of money, for the system not to crash, the inflow of money must be equals to or higher than the outflow for the system not to crash. What can cause the collapse of the system? The cause might be panic. When there is panic in the society, people will start making a withdrawal of their capital at the same time. and at the end of the day the system will collapse. Even if it is for the bank, the bank will surely collapse. In MMM, members PH and GH after a month or after release date, which is 14 days after PH request has been confirmed. So the next is rules of MMM. One of the rules of MMM is one account for one person. All members are one against multiple accounts. The second one is use your spare money. Every members are advised not to use all their money, but to use only their spare money. No uploading of fake pops. Let's talk about benefits of MMM. The interest, the bonuses, programs. The interest, the major benefit of MMM is that the gap between the poor and the rich has been gradually reducing through the cooperation of members providing help to one another. This really draws the interest of many people to the platform and making a good living. So people are making a good living through the platform. The bonuses. The benefit of MMM includes the bonuses the participants are enjoying. Talking of the 30% growth, and if you decide not to click GH button but both after the completion of a month, the Marvelous will still continue to grow every Tuesday and Thursday. Not to talk of the referral bonuses, which is 10% of your referrals PH, and this percentage keep growing. What of the guidance bonus? The 5%, which is the first leg, and the 30% and so on. Let's talk about the program. The program has unite millions of people, which is one major benefit and one great achievement in life. MMM has unite various tribes, different people with different backgrounds. MMM has unite everyone, and all its participants in short. So that will be the end of this video. Thank you. God bless you.